knowledge and dump it down on him. You've seen this offense a few times. This is where May's effective, I think, in this spot.
He is denied the chance to get that shot off. And now with 8 to shoot. Bounce pass by Barry, leads to the basket by Bradley. Collins behind him with the 4. Somehow it's defended. Bradley follows it up.
It's just
and he got granted a 6th year of eligibility.
With an injury, which in fairness, had a great opportunity. One of those kids from Canada is shaped up at the college level. Nice pass
to Bradley, who waited, and it paid off.
And that's what you have to do against
up arena floor, and he's been a great contributor so far in the postseason, including making the All-SEC tournament team.
And Barry's going to the locker room, too, as they find the big fella, Bradley, who's really...
There they are, the 2 Wildcats. So vital to what they do, sitting out here at 5:43 to go, first half.
Right now, North Carolina, you want to get into this here and get more of a lead in this game where you have 2 guys out for Kentucky.
Bradley, nice move. Got around Humphries.
How about that drop step, right?
You like that, going to the big fella.
Why not? That's your bread and butter right now out there.
Brett. A lot of dribbling here. Hicks is there.
Great pass
to Bradley.
Good ball.
How about that pass, though?
Knowledge, the resting situation.
Well, Roy is smart because the college game is all about momentum and certainly lead changes and teams getting it going. He does not want Butler to have any life. Smart substitution, bringing in Barry.
Well, they really had a position in the zone. Now they get back in. Nice dive.
Looked good coming out of the hand, but nowhere close. Barry. And it put back on a foul. Count the basket. First basket for Pinson. Off the foot of Barry. Ends up in the hands of Hicks. And now Hicks will run a break. And he'll give it up. Big to big passing. And North Carolina game last year. And that Chris Jenkins historic three-pointer that won it for Villanova.
Fans take teams for granted. Usually teams don't. And what I mean by that is North Carolina understands they're the #1 seed, but they don't feel necessarily great about it, as you see.
And they got away with a walk there, but Delaney Robinson gives it up, and Lofton can't hit. Up ahead, Britt running the floor. Bradley. Couple of shots on the scoreboard. And May, he can make them out there. Can't get the friendly bounce, but there to clean it up. A couple of free throws for Kevin Scott. Now Barry came down awkwardly on the foot of his opponent and was taken off the floor. He was tended to by the athletic trainer, Doug Halverson, and obviously they feel good enough for him to get back, and maybe the kind of confidence he'll need on that ankle. Wide open inside is Bradley. Barry goes to the hole but hits the deck, and in transition a miss from Walker, and back they come. Barry never got past the half-court line. And inside, Bradley.
Even though it hurt, look at him still keeping the position, staying vertical, saying, I know it hurts, but I'm not going to get a foul on this play. Hopefully it'll be okay.
Brett going up top. Bradley the catch and the finish.
When Bradley came over to block the shot, that opened up the offensive glass for Duke and Harry Giles. Anytime there's a weak side shot blocker that comes over, if he doesn't block the shot, chances are you're going to give up an offensive board.
We talked about how much switching there is going on, and you weren't kidding. So many things are being switched, especially at this end of the floor. Nice entry feed from May to Bradley. Hicks running the court, can't get a shot off after the second made three by Allen, stolen by Jones, turns it back over to Pinson, and Bradley will slam it home.
Bernard, from a statistical standpoint, hard to argue with. 20 points per game, led the ACC in scoring, over 50% from the field, 5 rebounds a game. He had a fabulous regular season.
And a constant for them in a season that didn't have a lot of constants with all the injuries and other issues that were going on for the Blue Devils as Bradley converts inside. And right now Miami I think he's missed 5 threes this half, and 4 of the 5 were really open looks.
Quan Newton getting set to come back into the game. When he comes in, he's got to impact this game. He has not scored yet.
Bradley inside again, as you pointed out in the first half, keeping that.
I think any shot by Joel Berry right now is a good shot.
Or a pass over the top.
Duke is getting to the free throw line at will.
Jackson misses the runner. Bradley comes up with a loose ball. Tatum and Jackson out. Giles and Allen in.
Allen on Joel Berry, and Berry should look to drive him.
Bradley, the 17-footer. Gets it back. Allen from the corner. Bradley down low.
They've gone more than 4.5 minutes without scoring, missing their previous 7 shots.
It really comes down to jump shooting. If they can make shots, they give themselves a chance because they keep the pace where they want it and they defend so well.
Nice pass inside to Bradley. The Virginia defense leading to offense. That was the 10th North Carolina turnover. It leads to 2 more points for the Wahoos. Nice pass. And again, that Virginia defense reacts quickly. And Diakite blocks the shot try by 7th Woods. Robinson nearly traveled. May underneath for Bradley, and a big committing 12 in the first half, but Virginia has turned it over only 3 times for the game. Ty Jerome had a good look, and a shot again way off for Jerome. Running the floor, Bradley lays it in.
More than 3 to 4 minute spurts if you want him at optimum level.
Right, you have to get him in those little bursts of minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, give him a blow, and that's one of the things that they've been able to do, and he has been productive in this first half.
Pitt still in that zone. Bradley, short baseline jumper, good. Field in command, 55-41.
Great rotation by Carolina. Understand that they've got to give a hand. Nice high-low over to Bradley.
That's a beautiful shot.
And that's what he needs to do. Carolina doesn't have anyone, as you see them able to convert. We talked about
90-point game even in conference, but over the last 5 games, the Bruins have started to defend at a much higher level. They're top 50 in the country if they're in their defensive efficiency over the last 5 or 6 games.
And Arizona beat UCLA at Pauley Pavilion earlier in the year, so the Bruins will be looking to exact a measure of revenge. Great touch.
Terrific job. That's what everybody means when they say do your work early. He scored before he ever caught it.
Adele misses the 3. Pinson with a home run ball meets off to Jackson. Bradley deep position, and he'll score.
There's a 3 by Johnson, and just the 9th 3 of the year for Markel Johnson.
And that's an important basket. I don't know that you want your 20% three-point shooter taking a big shot like that, but he knocked it in.
May. Tony Bradley. Little step side presence Carolina has. Henderson's 3. Off the mark, and here's Britt. High dribble carries him toward the corner. Woods. Given room by Henderson. Bradley, the right-hand hook.
That's great.
The number of possessions in this game so far favors Carolina.
They play at a very fast pace, and again, great work.
It's remarkable the kind of athlete that Luke Kennard is. Not run and jump, but the kind of athlete that can play multiple sports and is so skilled.
Our meaningful returns brought to you by TD Ameritrade. Tony Bradley slam.
An NBA All-Star. That's a great call. Plays for Buzz Williams at Marquette. Buzz Williams now at Virginia Tech.
Pinson, nice look into Bradley, who does get the roll. Pinson.
That's Virginia Tech. Gibbs airborne, off the window, won't drop. Hicks tiptoeing the line, saves it.
North Carolina doing a good job, though, defensively, making them take tough shots.
That crossover, and look at that stuff.
Gibbs is going to be a very good player for the minute now.
Jackson with the jumper. He's got a little bit cold, but Bradley up and in for 2.
Offensively very active in him. He's not a big guy either.
Luger got a good look, but no basket there. And North Carolina, as Notre Dame quickly gets back.
It is vital for Notre Dame. Any chance to win this game, they're going to have to make threes because they cannot handle them on the interior.
In games played at the Greensboro Coliseum all time, and 7-0 in NCAA tournament games here. Berry leaves it off, and a quick dish, and the strike for Brad.
Watch it. Here we go. Defense important right here. They're going man-to-man, playing and matching up. Look at the size differential inside Hicks. Hicks trying to take the story on the post.
A couple of freshmen on the deck right now. Here's one of them. Bradley made it and one. And he'll be at the
smaller lineup. Williams is in now. Berry's layup short. Offensive rebound. Nice job by Tony Bradley.
On Newton, he sits with 16 points. The rebounding numbers are hard to believe. North Carolina is a dominant rebounding team. They're all even off the glass, 24 apiece. A lot of credit to Miami in that category here this afternoon.
How about 16-1 against Virginia Tech the other night?
Inside.
You build on defensive pressure. Some consistency, get a flow, get a confidence at this end. Look how far they get out on Jackson.
Woods
nice look.
Baseline. Layup goes for Bradley. Murphy has to make it happen on a kick. Brown fires. Rims out. And it's rebounded by Hicks for the Tar Heels.
Run out.
Up the floor. Caught by Bradley. Bradley in a tough spot. Berry the drive.
Nice pass.
The dish. Bradley.
Chris Clark earlier this season against Citadel had Virginia Tech's first ever triple-double.
Yeah, and he's playing his heart out tonight. He just asked for Coach Buzz Williams to take him out of the game because he is fighting on both ends of the floor.
Lead is 8. This time it's Bradley down low. Little jump hook, and that's easy. Rebound there from Bradley, who just stepped into the game.
They just keep coming at you in waves with that front line of Carolina. Mismatch inside.
Yeah, and he got great position and a good pass.
Some pressure on you all over the floor.
Too easy. He missed the layup. There's an offensive rebound, though, to pad those.
Yeah, pretty skilled player. He usually makes pretty good decisions with the basketball. You saw it. He can put it on the floor. He's got some shooting range. With Bradley at the other end. What he did. Tar Heels by 1. May the entry. Bradley around Popovich for 2. Yeah, nice high-low action, you know, made a little bit.
The basketball game, so a complete Tar Heel effort against one of the best point guards in the nation.
May 3 short offensive rebound is put.
He would live or die with Carolina making perimeter jump shots. They missed them early. They're starting to make them now.
Oh, that's a huge. Another corner 3. Avery Holmes off the mark. May has another board. And Brandon Robinson will bring it up. A blue team on the floor right now for North Carolina. They're getting it done.
So Joe Berry not on the floor right now. I'm sure getting attended to. But fortunately, you would hope that's something that he's able to, you know, come back from. 5 bruises are hard to get rid of, but you can play through. And 1. There's the as far as the top conference in college basketball in the country, and there's always going to be, you know, something to rival. I think the Big Ten is very good this year. It was the Big 12 last year, but one thing that you've seen consistently, the ACC will always be mentioned in that conversation. It has always been mentioned in that conversation. Nice move. So a fun fact, Stillman White actually played on that team 5 years ago. That's right. That beat King Rice's team here at the Dean Dome.
Tony Bradley on the
before the break. Britt over the top. Down low, Bradley really working. Tough to move him. And 5 to go, and they begin their early Christmas celebration here. And that one's stolen away. Rush coming out of nowhere.
He was working on his shot today at practice, but I don't think he was banking them in.
That's Bradley.
Jared Haas, the coach at Stanford, who of course is on the staff. And the guys that have coached the JV team through the years, it's their first opportunity to really be a head coach.
Right.
And
after Christmas. Bradley harassed underneath, and now tips it up and in.
Long wingspans. Britt got an open look.
Nice rebound.
Bradley got that.
Squaring off against Damian Lillard. Coverage tips with NBA Countdown at 7. Also streaming live on the ESPN app. Watch ESPN. North Carolina trying to find any semblance of a rhythm here offensively.
This one ran a box set, ran a slice cut.
Tony Bradley with a slam. The Tar Heels trimmed it down to 2.
Carolina running their secondary break.
Offensive rebound, a put back from the front. This one after they hit 19 threes in the last couple of games coming in.
There it is. There's a slip.
Eli Jr., 1 of 2, shoots 65% from the free throw line for Radford. Joel Berry, the MVP of the Maui Invitational. Great look inside and the hammer jam. Isaiah Hicks. Bradley. Williams. Missed the layup. Bradley did not. Woods tracks it down. Tar Heels will play again at home on Wednesday against Davidson. Then Tennessee, and then they go to Vegas for that game against Kentucky.
Watch ESPN.
Watching a look at Steve Probst's club, had him the other day in a heartbreaking loss to Gonzaga, who I think really is going to be an outstanding team. Iowa State's got an excellent guard in Bonnie Morris.
Here's the freshman Bradley with a leaner, and he banks in 2.
Maybe he gets stronger physically. His skills on the perimeter.
On the move. Swinging on top is blocked. Jackson, full head of steam. On the step, Bradley, but a man was down on the other end for a moment.
Large role early in his career for the Badgers.
Yeah, he had a good game against Tennessee at 5 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Not quite as good in the semifinals against Georgetown, but he knows how to play, and he's tough.
Bradley. Jump hook makes it 8.
But right now, this is a team of veterans that it is going to be really hard to get them off their game. But nobody's going to go undefeated, I don't think. But this team is going to be really hard to beat.
Vito Brown now with a dozen to lead the Badgers. Hicks on the drive. Nice pass. Bradley the finish. Took 7 Woods down to the court. Bradley inside. 2 more easy points. Lays it in for Oklahoma State.
A little surprised that Kennedy Meeks didn't come over to challenge that. He's supposed to be over there. That's the rotation. Good pass.
And another one. Britt to Teen and bury it.
He's ridiculous. He's absolutely ridiculous.
He's just a sophomore, too. Good catch by Bradley. Got it. 1 of 2. He's got 61 points in this tournament so far, with 13 minutes left in this one and another game tomorrow. He had 35 against UConn last night. Jackson inside to Bradley.
To make play after play. And could he score enough points to beat him? And the answer is no. And just the relentless attack, both in transition, in the half court, on the glass of North Carolina. It's a really strong performance. And I know when they watch the film, they'll talk about some of the turnovers and then some rebounding.
No matter who they put on him, with Pollard covering Bradley right now, Hicks is just going to have a big advantage size-wise on whoever Chaminade puts on him.
Really, for North Carolina, they got a good pass.
Bradley with the finish, the assist.
Maybe your dominant hand, you hurt it or something, maybe you break your arm, you got to brush your teeth with your offhand, and how hard it is, and he's shooting with his offhand.
For Pollard, and Meeks having a big night. Meeks is going to pad his stats here in this game. Bradley. Nice little turnaround jump hook.
2.
Who covered you?
Nobody, clearly.
Was that high school?
No, that was overseas.
Oh. Britt the lob and Bradley the finish. Sorry. Remarkable run back in the 60s and 70s for the Bruins, and as you talked about a little bit in the first half, they got a pretty good looking team this year.
They're good. Young but good. TJ Leaf's an excellent player. What a pass.
Jackson finds.
The number of NCAA Final Four appearances for North Carolina, most in the NCAA. 10 NCAA title game appearances and 5 national.
No plays on well. You gotta change it. You gotta go back to man. Coach Jackson play defense. So. Look at Noah.
When they get deep in the paint, the paint is very difficult. They control things.
Gonna keep jumping up and trying to grab you.
He now has 6. His father played at Tennessee. Named him Peyton, of course, after the great Peyton Manning.
Well, again, you look at the penetration.
Inside, there's the finish by the freshman Robinson. In traffic, out of control. And the Tar Heels in hyper-skate, difficult to slow down.
Chattanooga's doing a pretty good job changing their defense, making the Tar Heels think about what they see, what they're going to do. But the key for Carolina, get the ball inside, get a piece of the paint.
Timeout. Here comes Carolina. Joel Berry. Jackson. Controlled by Bradley with the finish. And then one opportunity.